Hello, everyone.
Hi guys.
We're doing this a second time because the first time we didn't have any sound on, unfortunately. It was really good talk with everyone. So I'm here with Tim, Matthias, and Adam. We Adam is from GB. Matthias is from Denmark, close to me. I'm from Sweden, and is it Slovenia?
Yeah.
Slovenia, yeah. So we're gonna do a little bit of chatting, talk about some stuff, a lot of the changes going around in archery community currently concerning coronavirus and everything. Uh, just have a little quick chat, see what everyone is up to in these dark times.
Okay,
So
so
yeah,
today we have two guests. That is Mathias Fullerton from Denmark, as he said, and Adam Carpenter from Great Britain. Both of them are extremely good archers, junior archers from Europe, and it will be great talking with you guys today. So let's get it started. So the first question is how coronavirus just affects archery and your archery life in your country. So let's start with Matthias Fullerton and then Adam, then Marcus, and then me. So
Okay, so in Denmark, we are basically on lockdown, so I have online school and stuff. But our archery clubs hasn't shut down, so I'm able to shoot every day. I am pretty much shooting every day, and it's at least good weather and stuff. So just trying to keep a rhythm going for shooting every day.
So for me, I mean, we're on full lockdown as well. We're only allowed out for essential, groceries and stuff like that. One exercise a day. All the clubs are shut for archery, so no shooting apart from 5 meters in the garage at the minute. So not great.
not great at all, man. Well, Sweden is kind of like Denmark currently as well. We don't have any clubs that has closed. People like individually choose to go to the clubs or not, but the clubs are still open. I mean, we're not in that we're not in lockdown as you guys are in Great Britain. We're kind of still everything is open, but we are following the safety guidelines as well. All the stores have this space between lines that to keep you from safe from everyone. But I mean, it's our like you can definitely tell that people aren't going to the clubs anymore now when this broke out. But nothing has really closed. I mean, everything is still available to do. It's just up to the person in question to do it if they want to, risk it. But kind of not. We're not in that big of a lockdown currently. Currently, yeah.
Your gyms are still open, right?
Yeah, our gyms are. I mean, some gyms closed down in the beginning of when this got really big, really fast, and then they kind of reopened again slowly when the safety guidelines got released to help shops and gyms and everything to like function, and then they just reopened with safety guidelines in there. But yeah, we're kind of open. I mean, a lot of countries closed down borders. I know Denmark closed yours.
Yeah.
GV,
yeah, we're
Adam, have you closed your borders as well?
Not too sure. I think they're being pretty strict on it though. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are in that big of a lockdown, you probably are closed. Is it closed in Slovenia as well?
yeah, everything is closed until like this day. They actually open like so we can travel from town to town, and that's all. So
Oh, you couldn't do that
before
before?
that, everything was closed. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
So okay, I haven't said,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's pretty much the same in Slovenia, like you guys said, but actually Slovenia is quite small, so we don't have such a big corona problem, and I live in a countryside, so that actually my life hasn't changed a bunch, except that I'm doing school through the internet, and I'm not going anywhere. We're not competing, traveling, but I'm time because I think we can all like upgrade our archery skills and train even more. So I like this time. So the next question is, what are your hopes for this season, or maybe in the next season? probably we're not going to be able to compete for quite a long time. And what are you guys planning to shoot next? Like, which tournament? So, Mathias.
Hoping to shoot maybe Europeans, but I'm not too sure about that. But excited for Vegas next year, definitely coming there, and just excited to shoot some international tournaments and local tournaments as well. Seeing all the boys there, just yeah, it's the most fun part about archery. I think that's the competition. So yeah, that's what I hope for next season.
So you said you're going to Vegas next year?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's great. Yeah, nice. And then Adam?
Yeah, so at the minute, all of our competitions are pretty much called off. So I'm not too sure yet. So I'm more looking forward to, long term, looking forward to like Kings of Archery, stuff like that. Maybe even Neems next year. But so far, I don't really know what's going on with outdoor competitions. At the minute, everything's being just shut down, called off, which is just for everybody's safety.
Yeah, and when you're saying that everything is shut down, that it kind of like it feels like the Europeans might be in a very like sticky situation, because I mean European Championship is in your country, and if you guys aren't really hosting any competitions, neither have any clubs open, it feels like it's probably likely just gonna get cancelled.
Yeah, I mean, most likely. I mean, that's what it looks like at the minute, which is a bit of a shame because we had such a good thing going. It was all like planned out. Everything was going to be great. Yeah. So it's a bit of a shame that it might not happen. The chances are pretty low, but you never know.
If you don't, I mean, I read somewhere now that they're pushing the competitions kinda. So does this mean basically? Because I noticed they did this with the Nordic Championship, Mathias. They pushed it so. I'm not sure who was going to host it, but they got to host it next year as well. So, because we don't have Europeans this year, does that mean we will have Europeans next year, next outdoor season? So they will push it, and then GB will host it again, maybe? That might be an option.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, so that you guys still have, like, you still get the opportunity to have it and host it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I think if you if you have put enough money in it, it doesn't get wasted because of the Corona kind of thing.
Yeah,
you still get to host a good competition,
Yeah, there was so much work already been put into this, obviously prior, so it would be a shame if we won't be able to host it, So but you never know. If it doesn't go this year, so hopefully next year.
Exactly. We can always hope. Yeah, I kind of was hoping. I was looking forward for the Europeans. I was looking forward for Romania as well. Last year was an awesome trip there, and I was excited to go back there again. And then they canceled that, which was a really bummer. But I mean, I'm still holding. I'm praying to everything I know that the European still happens in England. But looking at it, I'm not too sure it will. So I'm not really sure what I'm looking forward to right now. I'm probably just aiming like Adam, an indoor season maybe. Because they pushed all our we had never got the chance to have the Swedish indoor championships for juniors or seniors. All of those got canceled for the Corona. So we're going to have that in October, I believe. We've pushed it all the way there. So I'm probably just going to aim for that now. I think that is most likely to happen. How about you, Tim?
Yeah, I shoot also field archery. So my goal is right now to compete at the Yankton World Archery Field Championships. That would be like great. And I think that maybe can happen because it's in September. And if the borders really open, then I'm really hoping for that.
I mean, even if they open the borders, do you still think that competition will happen? I mean, I don't think people will really just forget about it as soon as it's like it's safe now. Every border is open. I feel people will still kind of be on the alert.
Probably. So the next question is how you guys train at home and how you keep motivated. Yes.
Yeah, like I said, having a rhythm going, just shooting every day, so I don't just not shoot for a week and then it doesn't matter really. But yeah, just keeping the rhythm in, and I've been watching some highlights from the World Championships and stuff, just looking at the good moments. So yeah.
When you say like keep your rhythm going, like when you shoot, do you go there and just to fire off arrows? Do you actually just like think about every arrow and try to find new things to do or work, improve on? Or is it just I just want to go there, shoot some arrows, feel good, and then go home, not think about it too much?
Yeah, not thinking about too much, just shooting. Not shooting a lot of arrows, maybe 72, a little under. Yeah.
No, I get you.
Keeping the scores up and stuff.
Yeah. Keeping in the muscle memory and everything.
Yeah.
What about you, Adam?
Yeah, so at home, we've got 5 meters in the garage. So at the minute, I'm just concentrating on my technique, my shot process, using the little World Archery targets that they've been bringing out. So just using them as, something different to aim at every time. But it's just at the minute, I'm not really planning to change much in my equipment, because I just want to keep it all consistent and everything. But keeping myself motivated at the minute is, it's difficult, because at the end of the day, we don't know when we'll be able to shoot like tournaments again or international shoots. So it's just knowing that we will end up doing it one day. It's just having the patience and just thinking, it's all going to be all right, as long as we stay home, don't do anything silly, be safe.
So we actually tried the new World Archery face, that targets that they made. How is it?
Yeah, it's good, because I'm pretty sure they're bringing out like a couple every week or so, or every other week.
Yeah.
So it's nice to just aim at something different. At 5 meters it gets really boring. So when they bring out little pea-sized little targets, it's nice. It's nice to be able to just concentrate and just aim at something for me. Aim and execute my shot. So yes, it's not 50 meters, but I get to shoot my bow at least at home.
So I can practice outside, and it's quite fun, because in this time we all can like have a lot of time and we all can just shoot the whole day. But I kind of got one problem, that I wanted to build a field course outside, and kind of that probably is the whole day for me, building that field course outside around the property. And at the end of the day, it's no time to shoot like at 50 meters, and I'm shooting like 100 shots like a day, and not every day. So my goal is to keep shooting more like we did before the corona. What about you, Marcus?
Well, I'm not as lucky as you guys to have any targets at my home, so I go to my range when I want to shoot. Luckily, it's not that far. It's like a 2-minute drive, so it's not that bad. I don't know. I kind of I'm kind of like trying new things. I think that is what keeps me motivated right now. Instead of like just shooting shots, I try things that I would never try in the middle of a season otherwise, like changing the stabilizer angles, changing the weights, changing like the dot, changing releases, see what works, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, everything. Try every possible thing, just like to feel like something new every day when I go to archery, but still stick with the same technical part. I don't change my technique. I just change how the bow feels with my technique. I think that's kind of important to when you do a change, that you feel good about your technique, so that you don't change the technique only for the bow to work. I think that the bow should work with the technique, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I do. I just do that, shoot a couple of shots, hope that I like find something, and then I stick with it, try a little bit more, and if it doesn't stick, I'll change it out. That is kind of like what pushed me kind of still motivated in these times, I think.
That's nice. Yeah. So now we ended the corona part of this podcast, and now it's time to talk about our careers before, and just how you guys started. And one question was why we all guys shoot a compound.
Pretty much, I started with going with my dad to the range at 3 years old, and then found a compound bow when I was a little older. Then it looked cool, so I wanted to try it, and then just pretty much loved it and just kept on shooting then.
Great. So Adam.
Yeah, so I've been shooting compound since I was probably 7 or 8. So I did my beginner's course and I saw a compound and thought it looked cool. It goes really fast. It just looked cooler than recurves to me. So I started with compound first and stuck with it all the way. So yeah.
That's cool.
What about you, Marcus?
Yeah, I was too bad at recurve, so I switched to compound. And I don't know. I like compound. Kind of the same as Mathias and Adam. It looked cool. It was going really fast, and all the different color stuff kind of just got me hooked. And I don't know. It's just a feeling in shooting a compound that I didn't really get with recurve that I liked.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, it just felt nice. Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. There's a different feeling in it. It's just perfect. So yeah, that's why I picked the compound. Recurve is hard though. I gotta admit that. It is not easy. How about you?
So I actually started archery about 8 years ago with a barebow, and I shot barebow for 5 years, and then our club was all about the 3D archery. So of course I bought my first compound, and it was a hunting bow. So I shot a hunting bow for about a year and a half. I'm not shooting target archery as long as I was shooting 3D archery. So it's still very fun, both of the disciplines.
Yeah.
So guys, which disciplines do you prefer to shoot, or do you actually shoot 3D archery, field, and so on?
Should I start?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Pretty much I only shoot target. I have shot 1 or 2 3D tournaments. It was not really for me. Kind of want to try field sometime, but I'll probably have to go over to Marcus in Sweden to shoot some field. There's no field targets in Denmark, but yeah, I'm pretty much just loving target archery right now.
As soon as the borders open in Denmark, you can just take the boat over and I will show you all the field competitions in Sweden, man.
Yeah. We'll have to.
How about you, Adam?
Yeah, so for me, I'm primarily a target shooter, but so that's what I mainly do throughout the whole year. But now and then I've been getting into a bit of field. It's relaxing compared to target. We go to competitions like Nîmes, we go to European Championships, World Championships. It's really tense, and there's an expectation. We expect a lot of ourselves there. But in a field course, I'm new to it, so it's a way for me to relax and just shoot my bow, something different. Try unmarked targets as well. Trying to guess the distances. Getting a cheat system. So that's quite interesting for me.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same as Adam. There's a lot of pressure in target because we've been doing it for such a long time, and we kind of build that up as well by, just being there. And then I kind of just chose. I remember that I came back from, I think it was Italy, when we were in Italy for the first European, I think it is.
Yeah, Rovereto, right?
Oh yeah, no, wasn't that the second maybe? I don't know, second probably. And I remember going back from there just feeling like I need to try something else as well, because the target thing just kind of was a little bit getting a little bit intense. So I just shot a field course and I just kind of just relaxed through a whole day, and it was very nice to just shoot your bow, knowing that I don't really care how it goes. I'm just doing it for fun. And that kind of that feeling it sticks with you when you go back to target as well a little bit. I do this because it's fun, and that's kind of what every time when it gets too intense at target, I go shoot field kind of get back to memories of like, oh, I'm doing this because I love it, just not just because I want to perform, and then it kind of just sticks with it, kind of like a zone out kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what field is for me right now, at least. I wish I was a little bit better at field though, but I'm not that good at field. Not gonna lie. How about you, Tim?
Yeah. I actually it's also very like stress releasing thing, but when you're competing field archery like on a European championships is the same pressure as if you're competing in target archery. So for me the most like relaxing thing to shoot is like 3D. So but I haven't shot like a 3D archery in a big tournament for a lot of time, and I was really hoping to shoot at the Slovenia 3D European Championships, but that got cancelled. So my goal is just field right now and 50 meters if we're gonna be able to go at England. Yeah, that's it. So, what is like the highlight of your archery career? Yes.
Probably qualifying first in Madrid World Championships and getting some medals in teams and just overall a good score in finals and stuff. And then also the Vegas shoot this current year, shot 899, qualified, or I finished 4th in flight 1. Got some cash, which was fun to try. And then also winning the European Youth Cup in Romania. It's very fun.
What a year, man.
Yeah, a lot of high results for you.
Yeah.
You, Adam?
Yeah, so for me, last season I was shooting some great scores. You know, I was shooting consistent 690s, and then that was like right at the start. Then I got practicing more, and then I started hitting a lot more 700s in competition. So hitting, you know, I'm happy to be a 704 in competition. That was a big step for me. Going from 690 to 700 is a massive leap. Takes a lot mentally to do that as well, especially for me. Also, European Championships last year with Layla winning that in the mixed team. So we did. I forgot what country that was in.
It was in Greece.
Yeah, Greece. Yeah, that was a nice highlight for me. And also shooting a 327x at Kings of Archery.
Wow.
That was. I impressed myself. I was like, how did I do that? But no, I was very happy with that.
Yeah.
Great. So what about you, Marcus?
Well, I haven't really shot that much this season. Not really. I didn't really get in the zone. So I think my highlights is probably Nimes is still gonna be one of the top ones.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Some medals in the European circuit as well. That kind of means a lot. The golden team with the boys, Hampus and Robin, kind of just like they're like they mean a lot, you know, because that's kind of how I started it. They helped like practice with me, and then I don't know, it's just more happy memories in those medals than anyone else, any other medal. But I think Nimes is still gonna be the top one.
Yeah, that's a really high result to beat. So
yeah,
nice.
Thank you. How about you?
Yeah, my highlight probably was the whole last season, but like the highlight of the highlight was that Madrid, that I got 4th, which is like an unpleasant place to be, the 4th one, but still for me it was like the first World Championship, and being 4th in the world was good for me. So, and maybe winning the World Cup in Rome was even better. So yeah, 2 nice things.
Yeah. Everyone had a great season except me, man.
Yeah, but
Mathias dropping a 700 in Madrid.
yeah, you were
Adam
in Madrid really
massive. Huh?
Madrid was really good for you. Like in that qualifications, like 700 was a mission impossible for most of us guys.
Yeah. Most of us. And then
He
the
was
other
on a
one do
different
good shot.
field. He was on a different field, different wind.
Yeah.
No wind.
No win.
Yeah, it was just a pretty good day, I guess.
Yeah.
Didn't really think too much about it when I shot. Just all of a sudden, just saw I shot
Mathias,
700 and was
I'll
pretty
teach you how
surprised.
to shoot field if you teach me how to shoot 700, mate. In wind.
Yeah.
So what were your guys like the biggest mistakes and that you've learned from them?
My biggest mistake is probably breaking my wrist 3 weeks before European Championships. Yeah, not really much to say, just stupid mistake. Going snowboarding 3 weeks before.
So that was in Samsung, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and you were actually shooting in Samsung, right?
yeah, I still shot. I cut my cast off 1 week before just to make sure I could go, and some of the management from the national team came and saw me shoot just to make sure I was okay. Didn't shoot really good individually, but we got bronze in teams, so yeah, really good.
What about you, Adam?
Yeah, so probably switching to a trigger before I went to the World Champs in Madrid. That caused a whole load of target panic for me. So you know, and how I fixed that, I just went straight back to my hinge. You know, it's what I'm good at. I'm good at shooting a hinge. I've shot all my best scores with shooting a hinge. So we all make the mistakes. It was, I guess we all have to make the mistakes, you know. And I made a big one. So yeah, for me that was pretty bad.
But you actually with the trigger you also didn't shoot so bad with the trigger. Like you came into finals. So
in Madrid, I
Nîmes.
think. Oh, in Nîmes. Oh, that was with a hinge.
With the hinge.
Yeah, but I still had, you know, all the way. I shot like a 588 qualification, which was a massive PB for me. No target panic there. I was just rolling through my shots really nicely. I think I was shooting with you, Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the same target at the qualifications. Yeah.
Yeah, we both shot really well.
Yeah, I shot okay, but not like the score I planned to shoot.
Yeah.
But you ended with a really high score, like the last half, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I might have only been like 5 down, like 95, something like that, 295. So it was good. Then through the matches, I was doing really well, still keeping up, rolling my shots really nicely. And in like the quarter and semi-finals, that all of us boys were shooting, I just started getting really nervous, and especially in the finals, you know, I had pretty bad target panic even with a hinge. So it was, you know, it wasn't great, but I still managed to shoot all 15 arrows.
Like,
yeah.
At the end, it's all good. So
yeah, it all worked out nice. Bit of prizes, you know, doink of platinums as well. That was pretty cool. But,
what about you, Marcus?
My biggest, there's two I can think of. One is kind of like that I didn't take up a trigger release on my last shot in the semis in Italy, because I was up against your teammate Mathias, Oliver.
Chris Jensen.
Yeah, and it was very windy, and I was holding on a shot for very long, and I knew that just take up the trigger and punch one, and then I would make it. But somehow I just didn't, and I don't know. I just went through with the hinge, and it didn't work out. Ended up in the bronze.
Was that in Rovereto?
Yeah. But I mean, it kind of goes back. That scenario kind of goes back to one of the other mistakes I make, and it's that I didn't try new things in the beginning. I always just stuck with what I had. I was afraid to change up my archery stuff. like change stabilizer, sight. I always had the same draw length, everything. I was afraid to lose what I had if I switched it up. And that kind of just like when you're afraid of changing your bow and you fix your technique to make the bow work, that's kind of wrong in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like a biggest mistake. I learned that after the World Cup in Argentina that I need to make changes. And after I did that, I haven't really been afraid of making changes at all. But that is kind of like the biggest mistake I think I've done and what I've learned from.
Yeah, that's nice. But I think my biggest fail in my archery career was like in Madrid in the finals. That I shot a second after time, and I was like thinking about other stuff. My shot took 21 seconds, and of course 1 second past the time, and my 10 that I shot was a miss. So, but like I said, being fourth isn't that bad, but on that of a big tournament, so still good.
Yeah.
Oh, like Matthias, did you have target panic?
Yeah, once I had really bad target panic, couldn't aim in the middle without punching the trigger off, so pretty much fixed it by going really close range, shooting on big targets, close range, and then moving further and further until I could shoot perfect shots at all ranges, pretty much. Yeah, but after I got over it, it was just a lot better, feeling a lot better. Definitely worth it, getting over target panic. And now I think once you've cured it once, I think it's pretty much easy to do it again if it comes back.
But you were very very patient doing that. Like, how long did it take you?
Probably I had target panic for a long time. Then fixing it took probably a month or two, I think. Just standing close range.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the best thing to do is probably be patient.
Mm-hmm. You, Adam?
So yeah, I've had pretty bad target panic. Yeah. I'd say it's happened within the last year or so. Yeah. Started at the start of outdoor season last year. I managed to, last season was my best season. All these really high scores, but it was when I had really high pressure situations that it crept back in. It was very on and off for me, but when it was bad, it was bad. For example, like in Madrid, when I was shooting the trigger, I got on the stops and then just punched, which was pretty bad, and like I mentioned in Nimes as well. But it's been good. Like I've had the good scores. But I need to learn how to cope with it in a way, because for me, you never get rid of target panic. You can't just forget about it. It's never a thing for you again. It might creep in another day. So for me, it's just coping with it, which I've been trying to work on.
Yeah. And you, Marcus?
Yeah, well, I haven't really had the same target panic as as Matthias and Adam. Mine kind of came with never had target panic with back tension. It's just with the thumb. It like started off kind of good, and then I kind of slowly built up I couldn't really get my thumb like the pressure on my thumb released. Like I couldn't apply my thumb with a high enough pressure to like execute the shot. So slowly I could just stand and aim and just stand there forever and then let down, pull up, lay my thumb on, but I couldn't press it off. I can't punch a trigger off. And that problem kind of just worsened up when I started to like loosen up it, so making it fire easily, and my brain started learning that okay, now it will fire now, so we will go this much backwards and it won't fire, and etc. And that kind of just worsened up. And then when I went to Madrid, it was like at its worst point where I had it so high that I there was like no end where I did not have anyone count behind me, like 10, 9. And that was kind of when I realized that, all right, I probably should fix this. And I kind of, Patrick Larson helped me fix it. He gave me a release and he showed me like a trick he did, like placing his thumb here and like not really touching the barrel, but kind of just letting the back tension muscles work with a trigger. And that really helped me. So I'm kind of like back on track again. So yeah, kind of glad that I got over that as well. It's a great feeling when you fix it and know how to fix it. It sucks to have, but it's great when you fix it. So
Sure. My target panic was actually like in the beginning when I started shooting a compound. Like I didn't have a proper coach, so nobody actually told me how to shoot a trigger correctly. And I remember myself that when I was at like a competition and I shot good, but then I started to care about the score and I started to punching my trigger, and actually my score went down for a few competitions. But then I got a coach, and actually I started shooting the Carter tension release. It's a great release for target panic, and from that moment on I'm just shooting great and just keep improving my scores and my shooting with a trigger. I shoot a trigger. So the next question was, what equipment do we run? Let's just do a complete equipment rundown.
Okay, I'm shooting a PSE Perform X with, I don't know my draw length, but I know about 56 pounds. And I'm shooting Excel sight with a Shrewd scope, Shrewd Minimac on, with a size lens. Then I'm shooting Doinker Platinums, AAE Pro Blade, Carbon Express Nano XR, and a True Ball Fulcrum release. And then I'm shooting Pilla glasses.
Yeah. And you, Adam?
Yeah, so I'm shooting the new Hoyt Invicta 40. That's set at around 31.5 inch draw length at 57 pounds. Then I'm shooting the XL XP sight with a Shrewd Minimag scope with a Zeiss lens. Spot Hog Rust. Doinker Estremo rods with about 15 ounces on the front, 16 on the back. Or the other way around, 16 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Arrows, Eastern Protos, and then a HT Hybrid Flex from True Ball. That's the release that I'm shooting.
Yeah, a very nice setup, and you're a big man, so.
big boy.
So that's the biggest cam, right?
Yeah, that's cam 5. I've got about half an inch adjustment left.
Nice. What's your speed of the bow? They maybe know that.
I'm not too sure, but it must be around 270, 280.
Yeah, sure.
It must be, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fast.
And you, Marcus?
Well, I run the Hoyt 37 SVX around 29.5 draw length, and like I think it is at 60, but it could be 59 as well pounds. Rocking the AAE rods, 30 front and 15 back with 29 ounces front and 21 back, I believe. I didn't include the Doinker. I have this Doinker. I think you know what it is, Adam. The Doinker.
The EXO.
EXO, yeah. I have those two on as well, including the weight.
Same.
And then I rock the XL XP and the Shrewd Minimag as well. Hamsky Peep and Hamsky Arrow Rest. Have I missed anything?
No, I think you got it all.
I'm rocking the True Ball release as well. I'm kind of switching up between everyone, but I'm sticking with True Ball releases overall. Currently, I'm trying the Blade. Thinking of going to the release as Adam is shooting as well. Trying that, give that a go.
Yeah, it's
The
great
Abyss
relief.
and the Flex is all like the Abyss and Full Chrome is always a win in my book. Yeah, it's kind of switch around with those a little bit.
What strings do you guys use?
I use
I made my strings over at George Rao's place.
I use Nitro Strings, which is somewhere in the UK. The shop called Custom Built, one of my main sponsors. So they make the strings in house there. In my opinion, some fantastic strings. So.
Oh no way! I'm not the strings. Shoot, I rocked the Torqueless D loop. That was what I made in George. I think I'm rocking. I'm not sure what strings I'm rocking. I think I'm rocking the factory string still on my bow actually.
Yeah, that has the Hoyt logo on.
Yeah. I'm rocking the factory strings for now. I haven't really had any problems with them, so I'm sticking with them for now, saving up some money. How about you, Mathias?
I'm running strings from Martin Damsbo's shop. He makes custom strings. So yeah. What about Tim?
Yeah, I actually shoot a quite heavy setup, and I need to have more than 60 pounds, just a little bit more. And I'm also quite tall, so I have 31 inches of draw length, the number 4 cam on the Invicta 40. And then I shoot Stanislavski, I don't know which release exactly, but the one I got in Nimes. And I'm shooting the Gold Tip Platinum Pierce 300 spine, so a quite heavy arrow. And Hemsky Rest, B-Stinger stabilizers, and Achieve Excel sight with Shure Minimac, the scope. Yeah, that's it. So 3 of us guys shoot the Invicta, right?
Yeah.
And 1 PSC, yeah. And we all shoot a Shure Minimac.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Fantastic scope.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice. So then the last question was our financial profit from archery.
None.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much only prize money, small prize money.
Yeah.
Biggest I won was at Vegas. Yeah, but not really anything to live on for now. Hopefully can get some, and I get a bit older, going pro. But yeah, and it's pretty hard in Denmark because we have to pay for all the tournaments, international tournaments. I got some financial support from my city, so that helped me a lot.
Mm. What about you, Adam?
Yeah, same with me. I mean, financial support at the minute is there's not so much. You know, I get some from my local county. You know, I get bits from them, and you know that's really helpful. You know, but you know, prize money is very rare. Names, you know, we got some equipment. I got some platinums, so I had to sell those because you know I needed some money to support my trips. Apart from that, with trips we have to pay for all of our European trips, and it could be £1,000 or more. You know, World Championships, our national governing body, Archery GB, they always support the World Archery Championships that we go to, so that's nice. It's very expensive, so.
Yeah, but you have your bow sponsored by Hoyt, right?
Yeah, I'm sponsored by Hoyt, yeah. So that's a really big help as well.
Yeah. That's a nice accomplishment for you, really.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, I've supported Hoyt for quite a while, and will continue doing so. So they've helped me out quite a lot.
Nice.
Along with the rest of my sponsors.
What about you, Marcus?
None. I mean, like Adam said, sometimes you win some archery equipment, and there's some competitions that give a little bit of money, but definitely nothing to live on. Kind of just like a little bit of a bonus to shooting a good score there. But hopefully, you know, in the future, it will get bigger, and you know, a lot of people can go pro, and I don't know, kind of like what I'm hoping for. But currently, right now, not anything that I can live on. Basically, I get some help from my city and for my trips, but nothing really that expensive or
Yeah,
big.
not rich.
Yeah.
They don't put a lot of money in juniors, so we're all quite hoping to be better in the future.
Yeah.
But I must say that in Slovenia we have like free trips if we shoot a norm. So when we go with a team, it's practically free. And I personally have some sponsors, like the hometown, and I have an Olympic scholarship. So that's a few things to help me shoot archery.
I think we're all
That's
doing
cool.
quite well. You know, we all are still really young. So
Yeah.
for what we do get and the help that we do get, we're lucky for that as well.
Yeah.
Bright future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So
Right.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
So about this channel, just a little bit. Marcus and I started this about 3 days ago, just for fun. And we're also planning to do some videos on the competitions when we are all together, and maybe some DIYs and how-to videos.
Yeah.
But practically like a podcast, maybe even from a competition now when we will be able to travel.
Like
So,
it's just gonna be something to do now when everyone is in quarantine.
Yeah.
Trying to like we will probably invite other people as well to do the podcast, just so like we get spread around the European archers, and people can like start talking to each other over internet and stuff. Hopefully keep the European community alive. And yeah, like you said, do some videos on it. See what happens. You know, kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, have some fun.
Yeah, it's great what you guys are doing. So we all appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And
Yeah, thank you.
we all will be able to compete and see you. Nice talking to you. Bye.
Bye, guys.